Get it. Sin, you need to get out of the way. You're gonna splash some. I'm running right over my cat. Oh, Sin, get out of the way.
This is so good, Tobin. Hello, Dragon Wit. With Vampire Tea.
It's a Halloween wrap up.
Look how unamused Toby looks right now. I know. I'm sorry. I'll put you down to be comfortable again.
Please.
Oh, it is a Halloween wrap up. Happy Halloween in November. Hey, yeah. Behind you.
Oh my goodness. He's going to be over my shoulders at some point.
That would be cute.
Welcome to Wolf What a Mouthful. I'm Whitney.
I'm Taylor. This is Toby. And we're going to talk about Halloween.
This is Haku. Sin's been down underneath my chair. She's going to get run over at some point.
Fun sound effects about to happen.
Yeah, right. We had weird scheduling conflicts throughout the month of October. The film industry has been just aces this side. That's a discussion for another day. But right now we're going to do a small episode. We're going to talk about Halloween in general, both this year and years past.
Yeah. So what do you want to
get started?
Yeah. So what do we want to talk about first? Costumes?
Yeah. What was the first costume that you remember wearing as a kid for Halloween?
I remember two, and I don't know which one came first. I remember being a pumpkin, and I remember being an angel.
Okay.
Which
nice, like, transition into Christmas for you.
Right. And big props to my mom for however long that angel costume lasted, because it was all white. And a child on Halloween eating candy, and well, I don't know how long it lasted, but yeah. How about you?
I remember, oh crap, I don't remember the character's name. Babs and Buster Bunny. I remember my cousin and I dressing up as Babs and Buster Bunny one year, but I don't remember if that was before or after Judy Jetson. My mom actually made like the purple hoop skirt.
I love that. Mm-hmm. That's such a fun group Halloween costume one day. And whoever Rosie is can be like on a one wheel if they're talented enough to do that all Halloween night.
They have those like boards.
Yeah.
With the wheel in the middle and you can just roll. I can't. No. You do.
You can sit on a skateboard if that counts.
There you go. It's like the Aladdin ones with the hoverboard that people have made lately. Those are really cool.
Wow, there you go. Very fun.
What was the most like hated Halloween costume you had growing up?
I remember throwing random stuff together. I don't remember specifically, wow, I hated this costume. But I will say I figured out what wigs I would never wear again because they would itch the crap out of my head.
Yes.
But I don't really have a specific one that I hated. My favorite one, I can't wait for you to post this picture. I loved being a witch with a green face. However, and I can smell the face paint scent as I talk about it. I thought doing my face green counted as from my chin up and not doing this part. Just wait for the picture. It's pretty fantastic. And I thought I was hot crap walking around like, yeah, I'm the Wicked Witch of the West. Yeah, this is natural green. Don't pay attention to my hands. Not even thinking about it.
Yeah, not the neck, the
eyes. But that was fun. I was always, for a long time, I was a witch in many different variations, especially with that green face paint from Party City. Do you have like a favorite and a least favorite that you've been? I feel like you have a lot more costumes than I do.
Halloween was a religion growing up. It still is. It's the Bible I practice. My least favorite, and honestly, it wasn't a bad costume. I was Jasmine one year, and I was 5, 6 maybe. But the reason I hated it, it was so cold that year in Tennessee. My mom made me put on a white turtleneck underneath it.
Yeah.
Like, this looks stupid. It ruins the whole aesthetic. She's so pretty. And of course, for a 5-year-old, the costume was completely inappropriate anyway. But because it was the whatever, the like bra and the top piece and whatnot, the open midriff and everything. So she may have had me wear it that for that reason too.
True.
Um,
Yeah, there was just a good excuse to tell a 5-year-old.
God, when I was 5 though, like this doesn't look anything like the character anymore, and it's awful.
Yeah,
But
they've had a lot of different renditions now, for Jasmine for little kids when you see them dressed up as her in the park. So that's at least a leap forward that we've
yeah, they've done better.
no 5-year-old midriffs out in the world.
Now a favorite. Oh, dang,
No, it's hard, right? Like
I don't know.
so many options, I feel like, especially for you.
I mean, Captain Marvel was a favorite for cosplay, but I've worn her past couple of years on. I was convenient. It was convenient that I worked on Marvel shows the past couple of years during Halloween. I was able to wear my Marvel suit on the Marvel lot.
That's so cool.
Which, you know, what a dumb place to wear it because everybody there is just like, oh yeah, right back to work. They've seen that before. They don't care. But for me, I'm like,
I'm wearing Marvel on a Marvel set.
I'm in the element. I can cross it off the bucket list.
Yeah. I will say, just knowing from your like past Instagram posts and stuff from years ago, gosh, I don't even know how long ago. Hello, kitty cat.
This is my potato.
Potato. The smush face. Good old potato.
She hates it. I know.
But she tolerates it.
She does. Well, she's been rubbing around my ankles. She's like, pet me.
Like Eliza Blessings or who's the baby?
I died well.
But no, your Beetlejuice makeup and hair, that was so, I'm just messing with my hair today. It's going crazy after the shower. I don't know, did you airbrush that? How did you do that? And you'll have to post a picture.
That was all detail work.
So cool.
So I'll post that whole little like run. A couple of years ago, it was the end of 2019. The boss that I'd worked for in the film industry all the way up to 2019, we finished Conjuring 3 at the beginning of September, and she decided that she wanted to take a well-deserved break. She hadn't really taken one in 3 years. It was very much overdue.
Especially, I feel like 3 years in the film world is like 10.
It's a lot. And it got worse. So again,
that's a whole other episode we can do.
It's chaos. So yeah, she took a break from September through January, and I went, nobody knows me in this industry. Who's going to hire me? I had issues finding work for a few months. So during September and October, I worked at a prop house, but it was just part-time work. So what did I do in my spare time? I played dress up and did makeup. So Beetlejuice was a run that I did. It was that like spray in stuff.
Yeah.
Hair. So the green in and out just fine. So then I thought, great, we're going to do Harley Quinn and Joker. Two that I said I would never cosplay. I would never do anything. And I'm like, you know, but it's fun. Do the makeup side by side, gender bend, see what you can do. I did the green for Joker's hair. No problem. Then I did Harley Quinn.
And you did red and blue, you said?
Pink and blue. And it didn't come out of my hair. I got a phone call from my boss that night, and she goes, hey, I got you an interview for in the morning.
Well, of course you did.
I went, you did what?
Awesome. I should have given you a wig.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, so instant panic. But I did that. I did a couple of runs of like vampire work and stuff like that, hence the teeth. And that's gone through a couple of different iterations. But that was my Halloween in 19, was just kind of playing around with different characters. None of it was airbrushed. It was all hand done.
It looked so, like, the reason I asked if it was airbrushed is because it looks so flawlessly blended. Like,
thank you.
That's it. Yeah, you guys wait till you see it. It's really
that was one of my favorites. I would like to actually make that a costume one year. I think it just had on like a black and white track jacket that I had in the closet. Yeah. But that would be fun to actually like get the blazer and all of that and a purple suit or something to really work that costume in. But yeah, that was a good one. I actually did a gender bend this year as well. And I had a lot of fun with that one too.
when you sent that picture, it took me a second. I was like, is this oh yeah, she's doing that party. I thought it was a Snapchat filter until I realized your clothes and everything were in appropriate themed attire as well.
Happy Halloween from the twins.
Happy-
My parents would have named me Jacob had I been a boy. So I'm like,
Really?
what better name to use as the male version? So if I ever decide to become a drag queen, drag king, that's what I'm doing. If I need the extra money, should we actually go on strike?
Oh my gosh. Can you just do that anyway? Sorry.
Do an episode where I show up like that too.
Yes. Welcome to Wolf What a Mouthful. I'm Taylor. I'm Jacob. I don't know why that was my man voice, but
Deep voice in there with it.
wasn't good, was it?
What do you have any like favorite like Halloween memories? Anything, even if it has nothing to do with like dressing up in costume or things that have stuck out as like that made that Halloween just perfect?
I always will watch Hocus Pocus. So that's a memory, and I'm thrilled that they're going to do a sequel. I mean, I think a lot of people have done this, but when you go trick or treating, especially with a group of friends, then you all dump out your call and you trade. This one year, I got so many Three Musketeers and Twix bars. I was hella proud of myself. It was impressive because I didn't want all like the sour and gummy and warheads and all that stuff. So
Chocolate.
yeah, I was all chocolate. And then I couldn't have, as a kid with a food allergy to peanuts, I couldn't have everybody's like liquid gold of Reese's and Butterfingers. So I had like such a good trading option that I really wasn't losing out on because, you know, breathing. So it always worked out fine. But breathing, you know, you need it. My favorite memory from this year, though, so last year we had one trick-or-treating group due to COVID, and this year we had a whopping 3.
Well, look out.
Up in the world, but the first group was my favorite because this little boy who maybe came up to my knees, which means nothing if you don't know how tall I am. I'm 5'6". He came up to my knees he was dressed as Flounder from The Little Mermaid. And he was getting his candy and he dropped some and he like, you know, did the whole toddler bend over and pick it up. And then he looked at me and you could tell he had been practicing like for weeks to say this. And he goes, eye contact, happy Halloween. I died. I was like, I was trying to tell Josh about it. And he goes, oh, let me look at it on the Ring camera. And of course it cut off right before that happened. I was like, we could have had it forever, which sounds creepy. So maybe it's a good thing we don't. But that was my favorite one from this year, and watching the Muppets Haunted Mansion because they were just both such cute things.
It's a cute movie, and they're talking about doing a third one. So this, I guess, is the second iteration for that.
Not seeing the first.
Cute. I mean, the Muppets, they haven't really come out with anything in a couple of years, minus like the Jason Segel films.
Yeah.
Which my biggest beef with that. Don't let me deter you from this, guys, but it's cute. It's on Disney Plus. Go watch it. Stop.
Your phone's like, quit talking about Halloween.
Yeah, your time is up. We're moving on to Christmas. Where was Rizzo? I love Pepe, don't get me wrong. He's one of my favorite characters from the recent films, but where on earth was Rizzo? I mean, the story is all about Gonzo, and he's always been the right hand. We're now getting to a point where my cats are getting distracted. I've been working on cosplay props today, and I've got one like draped over the back of my couch because it's a staff. It's very long.
Nice.
No jokes, y'all. Get out of here. And he's wanting to mess with. Do you mind? Get out the way.
Well, apart from rescuing your cosplay props, do you have a favorite Halloween memory before we wrap this up and move into our next holiday, which, yes, we know it's Thanksgiving.
I do. So we're trick-or-treating one year, we being me and my 2 cousins, who are my older cousin is on my mom's side is 4 months older than I am, and my younger cousin is 3 months or 3 years younger than me, or 2 and change, something like that. This was before their youngest sister was born. So Olivia, I'm not trying to leave you out of this.
You weren't here yet.
I don't remember what Jessica and Grant were dressed up as, but I think I was Weird Al Yankovic that year. We're gonna leave it at that. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is we were in this like really highbrow neighborhood, and we were very excited because they were giving out the full candy bars and not just the cute little fun size ones that are. There's nothing fun about that. As a kid, you're like, where's the rest of it?
I like that now. I go, oh, 5 of these equals 1, right?
Exactly. I can eat 5 more. We got our candy from one house, and we would just, as bad children, we would just run through the yard and go to the next house. We wouldn't go out to the street. We would just bulldoze through people's lawn. Now, if their gardens, calm down. We weren't complete Neanderthals. But one, it was darker. There was no street light in between the houses. And Grant took off at a full-blown sprint through the yard, didn't even see the power lines that would like down into the ground.
Whoa.
Clotheslined himself, goes feet overhead, and just twirls in the grass like a cartoon character. We're just in shock in that weird space between like laughing and like, oh my God, are you all right? We were, I don't know, 11 and 9. Something young. And he immediately just sits up in the grass. We expect him to start crying, and he goes, "Is my candy okay?"
Yes, great.
And that will follow me for the rest of my life.
Cry or in peace.
He's 31. He was 31 now.
Was he dressed up as a cartoon character when he clotheslined himself?
I don't remember what he was that year. I really don't.
I'm so glad he and his candy were okay. I'm glad he and his candy were okay.
He was fine, but we didn't see it. Neither did he. But yeah, he's now in his 30s. And
shout out to you, Grant. Happy Halloween, and hope you've avoided all power lines from then on. I have a Halloween joke to wrap up.
Do it.
Okay, so, and yes, it's going to be really corny, and as Whitney knows, those are my favorite kind of jokes. I was born to tell dad jokes and then laugh at them.
This is why you and I get along so well.
Okay, so why don't monsters eat ghosts? Actually, really well themed for our show. I didn't really.
Why don't monsters eat ghosts? Why?
Because they taste like sheet. Check out our YouTube channel, Woof What a Mouthful, and our Instagram at Woof What a Mouthful. Bye, guys.
So good.